right, everyone, good morning and welcome to your Friday. It is 6:01. We have just about made it to the weekend. Jason and Alicia here with you.
Yeah, it's a busy weekend, of course. The fishing opener is starting tomorrow,
Yes.
but a lot of people are excited about that. And of course, it's Mother's Day. And unfortunately, the forecast is not in our favor, Guy.
Yeah, it could be better. I've been tracking this same system. It's been such a slow mover for the past several days with these isolated shower and thunderstorm chances, but we've been squeezing some good dry time as well. So that is some good news. And I think for Mother's Day, we'll have that as well. A couple isolated showers and storms here in northwestern Wisconsin. Also to the south, showers are more scattered, more widespread in coverage. And you can see that right over northern Iowa, more widespread activity. This will continue to push north. And as it does so, southern Minnesota, pretty wet later on this morning. Now here in the metro, I think most of us this morning will remain dry for the commute. You have temperatures in the mid 60s. We'll start to see shower chances go up a little bit later this morning. Look at this, by about 10 a.m. to about 11, we'll see some showers just kind of develop. Maybe a little room, crack of blue skies for some sun. I was out in the Care 11 yard, but clouds will rule the day ahead. I have your weekend forecast coming up, and of course, a look at Mother's Day. But next week, that's when we find relief. Alicia?
Looking forward to that. Guy, thank you. Let's give you a look at the map. Two issues popped up, as you can see here. We had a stalled vehicle on 35W in Minneapolis, not causing issues. And then a new one just popped up in Brooklyn Center, 94 eastbound at Shingle Creek Parkway. We'll show you here on the traffic camera. Blocking that right shoulder, looks like a little fender bender situation there at 94 eastbound. I'll keep an eye on it and have another update here in a few. Well, as you get ready for the fishing opener or any Mother's Day plans, you might want to download this for the weekend. It's our free Care 11 weather app. It's a great tool to help you try and dodge any rain that could put a damper on any of your plans. With live radar, you can get personalized forecasts for your neighborhood. You can find it wherever you get your apps. Well, in just a few hours from now, Deputy Katie Lysing will be laid to rest.
Lysing was shot and killed last Saturday while responding to a call. The 29-year-old is the fourth law enforcement officer in our region to die in the line of duty in less than a month. Cece is live in Hudson, Wisconsin this morning with more details about today's service. Cece, good morning.
Hi, good morning. So we're here at Hudson High School where that funeral will happen in just a few hours, as you mentioned. And within the last 15 to 20 minutes, we've already seen some officials come in to the high school and start preparing for that funeral. But before that funeral happens, there will be the opportunity for the public to come to a visitation. That will start at 9 o'clock and go till about noon. And then after that is when the funeral starts. There will be a full law enforcement funeral that starts at about 12:30. Now, Lysing is leaving behind her wife and a baby. Lysing was shot and killed last weekend while responding to a call about a drunk driver in a ditch. 34-year-old Jeremiah Johnson allegedly refused field sobriety tests and shot Lysing. The St. Croix County Sheriff spoke on how hard this time is for the community.
In western Wisconsin, with 3 officers killed, trying to recruit and retain, I hope to retain all my staff. The reality is we may not. Families are tired as well. They don't want their family members in this anymore.
And within the last 5 minutes, we just learned that there will be a procession happening after this funeral. It'll be about 3 o'clock this afternoon, a procession that will leave from here at Hudson High School and end at Highway 63 and County Road N so that the public can show support for Deputy Lysing along the way. Back over to you.
All right, Cece Gaines reporting live this morning. Thank you. St. Croix County leaders say this is the man you're seeing here who shot Deputy Lysing, 34-year-old Jeremiah Johnson. Now, we found complaints documenting his criminal history, showing he did time for rape back in 2015. He was also convicted of violating a no-contact order in 2014 and second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon in 2007. All day, we will have coverage from that visitation and funeral on air and online at care11.com, as well as our social media platforms.
Megan back at the live desk following developments along the southern border. So I've just gotten new information from NBC about that legal block involving Title 42 that expired 7 hours ago. Right before it expired, a Florida judge temporarily blocked the Biden administration from releasing migrants into the U.S. without notices to appear in court. Although some people have crossed within the past few hours, it appears from this brand new video that you're seeing here, things are really in a holding pattern, it would appear, right now. NBC says this restraining order will expire in 14 days. And the government can seek an emergency stay from a higher court. Now, we're told the Biden administration is expected to appeal. Of course, we'll have another update for you in 30 minutes.
All right, Megan, with the latest from the live desk, thank you. In a matter of hours, search crews will be back out looking for Madeline Kingsbury. And this morning, we're learning they're looking at a new area. Her family tells us crews have been searching this area where the Root River meets the Mississippi south of La Crosse. The Winona County Management Director tells us nothing led them to the area. They just haven't been able to get to it until now because of unsafe water levels. Today marks 6 weeks since the Winona mother went missing after dropping off her kids at school.
A big day ahead at the state capitol. Several controversial bills are on the agenda, and that includes the Senate voting on a public safety bill that could make buying a gun harder.
I'm Kent Erdahl. Democratic lawmakers appear to agree on two big gun safety measures. Legislation in the public safety bill would require anyone who wants to buy a gun, even from a private seller, to first apply for a permit to purchase through local law enforcement. That includes a background check. The other measure is a red flag law that would let family or law enforcement ask a judge to grant an emergency order to take away guns if someone poses a threat to themselves or others.
At 9:30 this morning, Minnesota's Cannabis Conference Committee will hold its first public hearing on legalizing marijuana. They'll be sorting out disagreements between the two bills that cleared the House and Senate. It will then go back to both chambers for a vote. If it makes it to Governor Walz's desk, he says he will sign it.
This morning, a controversial plan to turn St. Paul's historic Summit Avenue into a regional biking trail system is moving forward. The Parks and Rec commissioners voted to approve recommendation for the project about 10 hours ago. Now, the plan does come with some concerns, mainly over the time frame, which is predicted to take about 10 to 12 years to complete. Now, residents on Summit Avenue are also worried about safety since the plan will not only remove trees, but also bike lanes.
Put it off the street into a bike trail. Now you're going to have bikers, e-bikers, strollers, tricycles, all crowding for the same lane. So now you have people that are backing out of their driveways that are not expecting you.
City leaders say they are taking these concerns into consideration. The City Council will take a final vote on that proposal on May 24th. Let's talk some football here. Countdown to the new NFL season is on, and in the last 9 hours, we learned who the Vikings will play this year.
Yeah, it's really exciting stuff. The team announced the schedule in 2 different videos, but this one is the cutest one. Take a look.
This is the Minnesota Vikings 2023 schedule.
Who are they?
The Pirates.
Okay.
Pirates. The California San Francisco Saints.
Kids are cute, right? That was Grace DiPaola, Luke Mullins, and Turner and Cooper Cousins starring in that video. The Vikings kick off the season at home against Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Pirates.
And the Pirates, that's right. And we're looking forward to hosting the Packers on New Year's Eve with Mr. Love himself.
All you need is love, right?
And we'll see how he does.
We'll see.
We'll see if he steps up.
Maybe they don't.
Okay, so speaking of the Packers, for our friends over in western Wisconsin, Green Bay's Jordan Love era starts on the road. They're going to be playing the Bears in Chicago and then in Atlanta against the Falcons. They're also going to be on the road for Christmas Eve and, as we mentioned before, New Year's Eve to take on the Vikings. The Packers have 2 Thursday night games, both against the Lions. So there you go.
It's going to be interesting to see how the Jordan Love era plays out. I'm rooting for him, not necessarily the Packers, because, I don't want to.
Maybe it'll be like, when Favre left and then Rodgers got a chance to shine.
Yeah, and hopefully he does shine. Not against the Vikings. I don't want him to shine against the Vikings, but hopefully overall he shines.
He'll be good.
Yeah.
He'll be good. All right.